Let's take a look at this one now. City of Johannesburg Speaker Colleen Makhubele is today visiting Eldorado Park, Westbury and Riverlea, which were affected by the gang violence shootings that killed a number of people, a lot of them young. Residents are mourning the deaths of people that were gunned down in the early hours of Friday morning, while two others are fighting for their lives in hospital. SABC reporter Hasina, Gori and video journalist Gqabi Njokweni are covering the story. Let's cross to them live now. Hasina, what are you seeing out there?
Good morning, Naledi, and yes, we are now in Westbury this morning where, like we saw in Eldorado Park yesterday, where there was at least 5 people who had been killed in gang-related violence, this community is also affected with gang violence. It's alleged that 2 school children is believed to have been shot and killed. This morning we're here with the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg, Colleen Makhubele, who's speaking, who's visiting and oversighting these areas, as well as Riverlea and Eldorado Park, these communities, to try and understand the situation on the ground and to get more information on what is currently going on. These communities have been complaining for years with regards to the gang-related violence and all the criminality that comes with that. But we're here this morning at a school at Westbury, at a secondary school. Mr. Oakes, the principal, is here with us. We were speaking earlier with the Speaker, and you explained some of the challenges that the school is facing with regards to gang-related violence and how it overflows into the school space. Can you just describe what is the environment just like here in the school?
Good day, ma'am. The environment currently at the school is very volatile. You don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment. And the school is quiet now. The next minute, there's a fight happening. And these fights are normally between gang-related gangs, one gang attacking the other one because of what happened over the weekend. Because we can't find him over the weekend, we'll find him at school. So this is basically what's happening at school. And the gangsterism in schools is basically what happened in the communities, and they're using the school now as a battlefield for them. So yes, the situation here currently is very volatile. You don't know what's going to happen next.
What are some of the challenges the school face with regards to just keeping the school safe and ensuring that those that come into the school environment and into the classroom are kept safe from this gang violence or the fights that break out?
Well, there's not much you can do because you have to rely on the resources you have, and our resources are not very fully equipped. For example, we have 4 patrollers here, and these 4 patrollers are supposed to help with discipline and keep order here at school. They are 4, and 4 of them against 1,300 learners that we have in the school enrolled. They're not making much of an impact because they're supposed to work at night, they're supposed to work during the day, so they don't have much impact on it. Whether we're trying, our teachers is also primarily responsible for maintaining discipline and teaching, but even they themselves, they can't control these learners in their class because these learners come with attitudes to school, they come with revenge ideas. They're not really here to learn, they are here to just to make some money for themselves so that they can survive day to day. So the key concept or the key issue of curriculum delivery is not really very effective because of coming to school with a different agenda. So that's what's happening basically at school.
The City of Johannesburg's Speaker of is here today on an oversight visit. We've seen various authorities coming out when we have these volatile situations. Has it had an impact in the past? Have we seen actual action coming out of these visits?
They do come. They do. But basically for me, I feel there's just basically ticking the boxes, because we ask for police visibility when schools open in the morning, when we dismiss them during the day. You will see, yes, there's police visibility, but as soon as the police disappear, let's say they go to another scene, what happens is the violence picks up as well. So we've been asking for school perimeters, school fences to be fixed. We get no support on this. Yes, we ask for more visible policing inside the school. They will tell us about manpower. So it has an effect, but not how we would like it to be. For us to maintain safety, for teachers to feel safe. It is not really happening. It's not very effective at that.
the community of Westbury as a whole, we saw a protest flare, a few years ago with regard specifically to the gang violence. We've been here multiple times when families crying, about the gang violence. What is fueling this criminality in this area, and what can be done to assist and change that? Because you can see it can't just change from a school environment itself, but as a community as a whole.
If we get more community involvement, yes, it will help. The community needs to regain its school. It needs to get control of their schools. But what we see small pockets of the community actually doing something. We have our stakeholders in the school, for example, we have your TAG group. It really assists with ill-disciplined learners. But if TAG didn't work for you the first time, the second time when there's a discipline offense again, you can't send him back to TAG because I couldn't help him the first time, so what's going to happen the second time? We have, for example, there's another group that assists us of fear-free life. They come in and have these seminars with the learners during break, speaking against gangsterism, speaking about there's better ways besides gangsterism of earning a living. Yes, they do try their best, but it's very, very few. And, we have quite a lot of church groups coming in, trying to support us. But our learners, they really need community intervention. They really need their parents to come on board because their parents are not really on board. They are leaving their problems to us to solve here at school. As teachers, we don't do our core duty as teaching, but we need to discipline these learners before we can teach them, and that takes a lot of time. And teachers are fearing for their lives because these learners are very, I know they are, how can I put it, they are fear factor for these teachers, if I have to put it that way.
Thank you so much. That was the principal of the Westbury Secondary School here at Westbury speaking to us. We have been on an oversight visit with the Speaker of the City of Johannesburg. We're currently on our way, and the next stop we're told we're going to be meeting with some of the affected families who have lost family members to gang-related violence, and we'll keep you with us throughout the day as we move through the various areas that have been affected by gang-related violence. But for now, back to you in studio, Naledi.
Yeah, Hasina, Gori bringing us that story on the City of Johannesburg Speaker Colleen Makhubele's visit to the communities affected by gang violence, of course, that being in Riverlea, Westbury and Eldorado Park.